Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm the Blue Max, and today in Watcher of Realms, I'm going to show you how to press the delete button on Gear Raid 2 Stage 23. We're only going to use 2 Epic Lords, 2 tanks, 4 healers, and 1 DPS. Let's jump in. Okay, and before we hop into that fight, I do want to show you my roster, but I also want to point out Power of Dominance is in fact turned off. This is super critical when you're trying to demonstrate content because once you clear it, if you've got a 30% stat boost, then you can make almost any team work. In fact, with that, I could take Ireless out and put Madon in her place, and we could beat this. So Nezha is super critical for this fight. He's just got insane DPS. He's only going to be able to hit lane 2 when your ultimate is popped, but with Vixera as Lord, you're still going to have enough rage regen and talent reduction in play to where Nezha is just going to constantly be able to pop that ult. A lot of the other heroes here are absolutely critical for this strategy to work. You need Narissa, you need Draylin. They need to be skill maxed, and they are. I have Aelin. You could also use Sadie in this spot. Aelin only has 2 skill crystals applied, and of course, Isolde and Vortex are A5 and skill max, but those are epic heroes, so that isn't too much of a stretch. So let's go ahead and jump into that fight now. All right, and here is a map of the Gear Raid 2 layout, and the first hero we're going to drop immediately is Aelin. She's going to be pointing down. She's using her exclusive artifact at a level 3, which means after 45 seconds she is going to go invisible. That's going to be very important. After that, we're going to immediately drop Draylin and Isolde and start getting those ultimates charged. Then we're going to drop Narissa in the bottom tile pointing up, and Vortex next. Around that time is when we're going to get the first of the Golem Roar, and at that point we're going to trigger both Draylin and Isolde's ultimates, and that is going to protect the team from what would otherwise be fatal damage. Then we're going to drop Nezha and then Ireless, and then we're going to just focus on damage mitigation between the earthquakes and the golem growls or shouts, and we're going to clear this team like a boss. We are loading up, and just like I showed you in the breakdown, we're going to slow it down at first, but we're going to drop Aelin pointing down, and then Draylin up, Isolde pointing up, and then we'll speed things up while we wait for enough cost to be able to drop Narissa. Okay, she is almost there, and there she goes. So we've got lots and lots of AoE damage mitigation going on here. We're going to be able to get Vortex out, and before Nezha comes in, we're going to get that first Golem shout, and I'll show you the crucial timings that you have to follow. All right, here we go. So the Golem Shriek, you want to get Isolde first because her ultimate takes just a moment to trigger, but you get them both. And as you can see, you do take a lot of damage, but no one dies. Now, Nezha jumps in, and thanks to Vixera, he's going to be pretty much right into his ult. He does have his exclusive artifact, and he's going to be the sole DPS we're going to use. Now, as Earthshake comes in, we will go ahead and alternate between using Aelin and Vortex's ultimate. We'll go ahead and drop Ireless in, and really at this point, we can run this fight on 2x. We are kind of watching the Earthshake and the Shriek, and we're going to continue to alternate between using Vortex's ultimate and Aelin's ultimate to keep the team alive. But as you can see, we are holding steady, and Nezha is absolutely melting all of these golems. We'll go ahead and speed up, all the while watching for that Golem Shriek. There it goes. So we get Isolde, then Draylin, and once again, the team absolutely holds, and Nezha is coming up. I do want to pause and explain something real quick. So we drop Aelin first, and here in a few moments, Garnet guards are going to come in, and they're going to target the first platform unit that was deployed. It's not going to be Aelin, though, because Aelin at this point is invisible. Therefore, it's going to come to Narissa. Now, I've played around with this. I tried to make Vortex my first hero to be dropped, and the reason why is because Vortex and as well as Madon are very unique healers in that they do HP-based healing rather than attack-based healing. That makes them significantly more survivable. However, what I've found is that it just the way the RNGs work, or it could be part of Narissa's kit that I maybe don't understand as well as I think I do. But basically, Narissa has to be the first healer that is put down in order to survive those Golem shrieks. So we're gonna wait for the next earthquake before dropping. We'll go ahead and drop Aelin her ult. We'll hold on to vortexes, and we're gonna go ahead and pop Nazaz because we don't want to allow. Um, there goes our Garnet Guard, and you can see we just have so much healing going on here. Earthshake is coming, so we'll go ahead and do Vortex while Aelin is coming back. We don't want to let Nazaz's ultimate hold too long because enemies could rush through, especially since when Nazaz's ultimate is not triggered, then he's only hitting one of the two lanes. So that's a very important consideration. But we're going to just continue to roll with this. I did cast Earthshake, or rather Aelin's ult a little bit late for Earthshake, but we're keeping an eye out because there may be another Golem Shriek coming up. But we may have passed that. It doesn't seem consistent to me whether you get 3 or 2 of those. Okay, so Neza, we better pop that ultimate. So you can see the Garnet Guard is not able to do anything because you have both damage mitigation and AoE damage mitigation. They stack on top of each other, and so this team just really holds. And as you can see, the enemies are running out. Neza has a long way to go in his ultimate, and everyone is just melting, including the boss. And this is Gear Raid Stage 223, and it is absolutely toast. And we're going to double check right before we close this video to make sure that Power of Dominance was in fact turned off. I had it turned off earlier, and we definitely want to, hey, that's nice. Got ourselves some pretty decent shards there. And yep, sure enough, Power of Dominance is indeed turned off. All right, so in our next video, we're going to cover stage 24. It's going to be a little tougher. You're not going to be able to get away with some of those budget lords. You're going to have a little bit beefier team, but I think this is a team that a lot of people can field. So I hope this video was informative for you. Thanks for watching.